This might push Warlock to be a mech deck, but it might take a little bit more. So far it's 1 mana now, so we'll have to... I don't know how that's gonna work, so we'll have to see. Because if so far it was a 0 mana cost, then this is a crazy card, right? Play this, Soulfire, and then hit it 6 damage, like Drew of the Claw dead, right? Boom. Floating Watcher. Oh my god, now that's like some good artwork. Okay, it's really cute. I just want to hug this guy. 5 mana 4/4. If you tap next turn, it's a 6/6. Don't know really what to think about this. There's not really a lot of things that damage your own hero during your own turn, right? You have Hellfire, you have Life Tap, you have Flame Imp, and that's about it. You're not gonna play Pit Lord. Dread Inferno are fine. You can play Floating Watcher into Dread Inferno and get a lot of value, but the thing is that it stays... I mean, 4 health, it might stay for 1 turn, but I mean, 5 drops are really strong too. Do you really wanna play something that only goes to a 6/6 one time? Yeah, I'm not really sure. If there was a Warlock card that damaged the Arcane Missiles yourself, this might be insane, but we don't have that, so not really sure. Demon Heart is not the best card, I think. There's a reason that people don't play Demon Fire. The only thing about this card that's a bit better is because Demon Fire is a 5 for 5/5, right? Demon Fire is a 2 for 2/2, so Demon Fire is the card quality is much worse. So if you play 2 Demon Fires, if Demon Fire was a 3 damage, it's a 3/3/3, and you play 2 Demon Fires, 1 Demon Fire is actually better because there's only 1 card, right? Like sometimes you just need to improve your card deck quality, and this accomplishes that. So in the Demon deck, it will see play, but unfortunately, this is just a weaker Blessing of Kings, I guess. You can't really give it to like Mex or something. I'm not really sure about this one. Not too like super excited. And that's all the... Oh, is this... yeah, this is a Warlock card as well. Anima Golem. It's interesting because you play this with a stealth creature and it's insane. Your opponent AoEs that stealth creature and this guy sucks. So high risk, high reward. I'm sure some people are gonna make it work because if you even hit with this once or something and trade with it once or something, like it's just insane. So I think this one, this effect is actually the biggest drawback that's ever printed. You're already paying 6 mana, and if you don't attack with this once, it's just gonna be sucky. So very dangerous card, and I can only imagine this being played with stealth. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, of course, in the final legendary, Morganis. Oh, we have to listen to what Morganis says, right? I mean, kinda. All right, Morganis, what do you say? Alright.
I am Morganis. I am eternal.
Okay, it looks like he sounds like a bus just hit him because he's pretty angry. Pretty good. Compare this to like a Stormwind champion that's on steroids, I guess. Unfortunately, you can't play anything along with this. So you play this, and you know, that's that. What's interesting is basically this gives your hero Divine Shield as well, right? This is how I read it because usually in Constructed they might just remove it, and so it soaks 1 attack and your opponent just keeps on, or soaks 1 removal and your opponent keeps on going face if they're rushing you down. But I think it's a really good card. Like even with that, like that's just the worst case scenario, right? The worst case scenario is that I give this the D, I attack your face, or the worst case scenario you play this like just naked Morganis. Morganis doesn't like to be naked, you know. He likes, you know, parties, like 3 creatures, 4 creatures. The more the merrier, you know. So yeah, mostly play in a Warlock deck. Don't think this will buff. Don't think this will buff Lord Jaraxxus, right? Don't think so. I don't think it will buff Lord Jaraxxus. In the summon form. Like obviously it doesn't buff the weapon because it doesn't say your other weapons and your demon weapon has +2/+2, right? So obviously it doesn't buff the weapon, but it's interesting because we know that if you Repentance a Lord Jaraxxus, it starts at 1 health, right? So if you play Lord Jaraxxus with Morganis, do you start with 17 health? I'm not really sure. I don't think so though. I really don't think so. I'm sure people will try that out. But yeah, this is a good card. So overall, the Warlock class, the best card will probably be the It's either the Fellow Cannon or the Implosion, because the Implosion makes demon decks actually work. You have a lot of tokens, yeah. And of course Morganas. So those are the best cards. Moving right along to the Hunter. 2 mana, 2/2 weapon. So it's like a Stormforge Axe that's lost 1 durability, and it gives a friendly minion 1 attack. I don't like this card. It's really hard to utilize this properly, right? It's because you have to. The best case scenario I can see this happening is you have a 2/3, your opponent has a 3. Your opponent also has a 2/3. You play this, and then you trade the 2/3. You trade your 3/3 with the 2/3, and you hit something. I'm not really a big fan of this thing. It's just because it doesn't have 3 attack, Like 2 is really weak. I don't like 2. Although the new GvG cards, a lot of creatures do have 2 health, so I'm not really sure. Can't really tell right now, but right now I'm pretty sure that I would not play this card. If this card was in the game already, right now, I wouldn't play this card. No, I wouldn't play this card. Talk about another high risk, high reward card. Call Pet! You draw a card, and it's a beast, you cost 4 less. So, Call Pet, turn 2, turn 3 of Gazrilla. But then, if you draw like something else, like a weapon, you call a spell, and then you're really sad because you're a hunter and you deserve it. No, I'm just joking. Like, this is a very high risk, high reward card. I don't see this played in a very consistent deck. And sometimes in tournaments, you don't need to play consistent decks. You can play like high risk, high reward deck. It's fine. Like, consistency is not a problem sometimes. That's why Harrison Jones is a card. Harrison Jones is anything but consistent, okay? But when it does work, it's blowout. I'm not really sure if this card wards a blowout, but it is the same as Flare, because Flare got nerfed to 2 mana. So you can either play Flare now, or you can play Call Pet. There you go. So every time you play against a player with no secrets or stealth, you play Flare, you wish it was Call Pet instead, right? So that's basically how it is. Yeah, I wouldn't really want to play that card. Steam Widow Sniper! You can actually snipe the minions now, much like a priest with Arcanine. Pretty cool. 2 mana means that you can weave it in at turn 4. However, once again, if you're playing this and at turn 4 and you're pinging something, you might as well have played the 4-drop, right? Kind of. Not really. So you really need to get a lot of mileage out of this power to warrant this. Although you can play at turn 2, so that's the plus. So you either play this at turn 2, or you play at turn 4, it's not that good. Or you play it really, really far off, and it's really bad. Because the Hunter Hero Bar is designed to hit your opponent, right? You want to kill your opponent before they kill you with like big stuff and overwhelm you, right? That's why this is an epic, by the way. Like, it's really niche in its use. It's really, really hard to use this correctly. The best case scenario, I think, is just to play this on turn 2. And you have an option to ping, but you can't develop, so yeah. Also, this one might make it pretty insane. This one might make it pretty insane. Death Rattle Hunter might be a thing. Well, I mean, not the Death Rattle Undertaker Hunter, like the Death Rattle Control Hunter with like 2 mana Sylvanas, 2 mana summon a 4/4 from an egg, 2 mana summon 2 hyenas. It's better than Reincarnate for sure, but at the same time, people don't run Reincarnate right now, right? Because it's really hard to use correctly. So Feint Death, the only good part about this is it can blow up your opponent. It's definitely a win more card. If you trigger this on 2 creatures, insane. Brutal. 2 creatures and you just won the game. 1 creature, it's worth the cost, and then if you have no creature, it's just stuck in your hand. So yeah, you just have to balance it. Like, it's like a priest, right? Control Hunter is like a control priest, where you can't heal yourself. So it's kind of dangerous too. So that's why they have this card that's a bit stronger. Because, yeah, they can't heal their own minions. If you play Control Hunter, you're already risking a lot more. Because your heal power sucks. So, I think this is fine. Military Leaper, 3/3/3. If you have a lot of mechs, they get a lot of attack, but it's not health. So, yeah, kind of aggressive. That's fine. Fits the Hunter theme. You might see a mech deck that's really aggressive, and you play this card, and you just go for the face, because Hunter goes for the face. So, I think this is fine. Interestingly enough, it's the 3 mana beast that actually is kind of normal, right? We have, like, abnormal beasts like Mukla. We have the Gorilla that nobody plays, so reasonable. Worst card in set. Okay, next card. No, I'm just, but yeah, like, why would you play this card, right? It's a multi-shot that doesn't target minions, and what are you doing for life? Like, Oh my god. If this costs 4, I wouldn't even play it. Like, if it just costs 4, I would play. Like, it's like, how do I put this? It's a Sinister Strike plus a Dark Bomb, okay? Like, yeah, Dark Bomb, or like a Wrath, right? You're overpaying 2 more mana for 1 card. That's not right. That's not right. Don't play this card. I mean, the art doesn't even look good, so it's a pass for me. King of Beasts, at first glance, it looks really good, but then at closer inspection, it's actually not that good. Because if you have 1 beast up in your field, it's a Fen Creeper, and there's a reason why Fen Creeper isn't played, because it sucks. If you have 2 beasts, it's just a Drew of the Claw, and you need 2 beasts. Alright, the requirement is too much for its effect. Don't like it. But then Hunters are already pretty OP, right? So they don't need better cards. So there you go. Not big fan of this card. So that's a pass. And I think this card is actually really good. Like the effect sometimes is not that important, but because it's not 8 and because it's 7, it comes out 1 turn earlier. It's quite okay. I don't mind this. And of course, it's a win condition from nowhere. You could just Arcane Shot your Gazrilla. You can use Pyromancer. You know, to be honest, Pyromancer has been used in Control Hunter decks since the earliest days. Because you Pyromancer, Hunter's Mark, and you kill something immediately. So if you played this, you play Pyromancer, you might get something crazy. Because if you hit this 2 times, you win, right? Your first attack, it goes to 12. Second attack goes to 24. 24 damage to the face. Boom. Done. Game over. Alright, and that's all the Hunter cards. So the best Hunter cards here are Feign Death and Gazrilla. The other cards are not that exciting. Right? Good. Onwards to the Warriors. A 1 for 1/3 that enrages to attack. It's fine. It's pretty over budgeted, but at the same time, it's just a 1/3 that has no outside effects. The reason why Cleric is strong because it's draw cards. The reason why Mana Worm is strong because it grows itself without doing anything to it. So this is actually the weakest 1-drop if you compare all those 3. But at least Warriors have a 1-drop now. So what can you do? Fuerte! Fuerte! Hey, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome to the team. You might... I really don't see this being played in Constructed. It's just too slow, right? And the effect is not board changing. So, yeah. Ogre War Maul! Why would you play this card when you have Death Spite and you have War Axe, you know? It's like, not that good. I don't like this. Especially 3-drop with Control Warriors is Acolyte. And even 3-drops for like a normal Warriors like Frauding Berserker. There's much better 3-drops than this. No, I don't like this. Especially because you want to remove minions with your weapons, right? So if you attack a minion with your weapon and you miss, then you just ate dessert for breakfast, and that's not happy times. Very good card here. Very good card. If your opponent only has 1 minion and nothing is around, it's a Deadly Shot. If your opponent has 2 creatures, it's a Deadly Shot plus collateral damage. So it just gets exponentially better. Not only that, you have cards like Armor Smith, Frauding Berserker, stuff like that. That makes this really, really good. I don't know what happens, and you have 2... Well, you have 2 Armor Smiths, 1 Frauding Berserker, and you play this card, you can just go take a nap, wake up at 2015, and continue playing your Hearthstone game, because it's just going to take a million hours for the animations at this current build, okay? Maybe they speed up animations, but at this current build, this is just going to take forever. But a good card. I like this. Very good removal. And to talk about, like Warriors have very good removal spells here. Oh, this kind of stopped, but it's okay. The Screwjack Lunker. Not a big fan of this card. It's a 4/7 for 4 in a sense, right? Because it does give +2/+2, right? Like, it's not Death Rattle. Death Rattles cannot be evaluated as just add the stats in. It's good if you can use the effect. That's really good. But otherwise, do you really want a 2-attack 5 health minion when you're facing against stuff like Yetis, Violet Teachers, and stuff like that? Yes, if the +2/+2 trades for something immediately, that would be good, right? Would be good. So might see play, might not see play. Quite hard to use because it's like a Houndmaster. Yeah, I compare this to like a Houndmaster. So yeah, Houndmaster is already pretty hard to use correctly. So yeah, but if you can use Houndmaster correctly, you just win, right? So same card, same thing, same idea with that. Siege Engine is a really good card. 5 for 5/5. It's a stable minion. It's like a Lothab, right? And then it might just gain a little bit of more packing punch, especially if you're trading up. Especially with like Drew of the Claws, you know, stuff that 6 health. 6 health minions are quite a balance. So okay, like not bad, not bad. You have an option for doing this, and you don't have to do this. So that's why it's good. Options are always good. So good card. Shield Maiden also a very good card because if you compare it to Guardian of Kings, it is insane. You pay 1 less mana, and you pay 1 less mana for something that always works. Sure, it's 1 less health, right? But jeez, sure it's 1 less armor, right? 1 less healing or whatever, right? But it's insane. You will never want to touch Guardian of Kings after you see this girl. You just gotta like the girls. Very nice card. Of course, Iron Juggernaut is one of the top cards, if not one of the most OP cards in the game. It makes Control Warrior just insane, right? It's just insane. Because by itself, it's already a very good good minion, right? It has 5 health, so it passes the... okay, we're gonna call this the AMAZ Litmus Test, okay? The AMAZ Litmus Test. Remember, guys, okay? The AMAZ Litmus Test means if it's 3 health or under, it's weak. If it has 4 health, it's medium. And if it's 5 health or above, it's strong. So this passes the AMAZ Litmus Test. So because of this, and because the effect is insane, it's an insane card. Like, it's another win condition. You play this, you play Garrosh. You basically, obviously the best thing that can happen is you play Alexstrasza. You play this, and then you play Alexstrasza before they draw the mine, and then you just win to die. Yeah, so insane. Although it's good to note that when you draw the mine, like if you're the opponent, you draw the mine, you get to draw another card. So it doesn't actually screw up your card draw, but still, quite insane. Another removal for warriors. It seems like warriors are the king of removals now. You get another destroy minion. If you have a damage rate, it costs 3 less, so it's a 3 mana assassinate. So now warriors have Shield Slam, Execute, Crush, Bouncing Blade. They are not gonna. You're not gonna play a warrior deck that has 8 removals, right? I don't think so. And maybe there's a Fatigue warrior deck. Ah, that's just gonna be so gross. A Fatigue warrior deck. Yeah, if you have that, then sure, you play all 8 removals. But in a sense, you're gonna be picking and choosing what removals you have. So you don't have to. All warriors do not have to run double execute, double shield slam now. They can do like a mix of those. Because running 8 removals is just really bad. So actually, this is fine. I like this because it diversifies the warrior decks at least it tries to, you know. So I appreciate this card, and that's that. So the best cards here are actually Crush is really strong. I think like you just need a damage. I mean, it's not that hard to achieve this, especially with all the high health creatures in GvG. So Crush is good. Iron Juggernaut is insane. Shield Maiden is good. Bouncing Blade is good to insane. And yep, that's it. So those are... So Warrior got pretty good. Warrior did pretty good in GvG. Got some love. Now let's do the Paladin. The class that is introduced in GvG, guys, is a new class. So make sure you play it. It's quite strong. I mean, if Paladin was released before GvG, I'm pretty sure that nobody played in Constructed. So it's just good that GvG releases this new class. So you have the Shielded Mini-Bot, which is a 2/2 device. That's actually really good. This is actually really good. Chase with 3/2s really, really well. Because pretend if you're trading for 3/2, this is a 2/5. Okay? It's insane. 2 mana, 2/5, it's insane. So, yeah. I play this. Play this. It's a mech as well. Buff it at turn 3. Boom. Very nice. Play this card. You compare this to Aryan Protector. So big a difference. So big a difference. Sea of Light is just a normal card. You restore health and you just hit something. It's like a mini True Silver, I guess. Not much to say about this, although it's like not that good. It's like a Claw that's overcosted, so I wouldn't play this card. Like a Smite that's overcosted, so I wouldn't play this card. Yeah, that's all that there is to say about that one. Scarlet Purifier. Okay, pretty good. Deal 2 damage to all minions with Death Rattle. Unfortunately, all Death Rattle minions do not die to the 2 damage. He looks pretty scary. Oh my god. But yeah, you're just basically peppering them. You're not killing anything outright. So in that case, it's not that good. But because his stats are quite high already, you have to do this. One good thing to note is that you could pop your eggs. So turn 1 coin egg, turn 2 coin egg, turn 3 this. GG. Thanks for playing. Pretty good. But other than that, could see play in Constructed just for that specific reason. Don't think in Arena it's fine. It's a good body anyways. But in just a basic Paladin deck, You're not gonna tech this card into Sue, for example, right? You're not gonna do that. That's just stupid. Don't do that. Okay. It's actually a pretty good card. It's actually a pretty good card. 3 1/1s is already worth the 3, and you get the bonus weapon. So if you can use the weapon correctly, then good for you. If you can't use the weapon correctly, then it's just a vanilla card. It's okay. Like, it's okay. You might see some weird stuff with like Knife Juggler turn 2, Muster for Battle turn 3. Whatever the Knife Juggler doesn't hit, then you just hit it with your own weapon. But then it's really slow for aggro, so it's mid-range. Not really sure what this card is, but it's okay. Like, on paper, it's good. But in actual playing card, it's might not be that good. Because, like, it needs a lot of requirements to be good, too. So, yeah, mustard for hot dog. It's mustard. Mustard. No. Alright. Cog Hammer, though, it's insane! Alright, the Cog Hammer is insane. It's basically a better Stoneforge Axe. So you pay the mana now, and you get Divine Shield and Taunt as well, which is insane. Very, very good, right? You play Stoneforge Axe, and it's a free. What's his face? Divine Protection, right? Hana Protection. Sorry, Hana Protection. So yeah, it's okay. I like this. It's Taunt. Stops some aggros. Divine Shield and Taunt is a really good combo. It's a really good combo. Unfortunately, the Enerotron is 1 attack, so if you put this on something that has like 3 attack, pretty good. Don't really know what to think about this card because there's 3 health. If you play this and a 1-drop, then you get a 6/3 Divine Shield. It's pretty strong. If you only play this as a 5-drop, it's pretty weak because it doesn't pass the AMAZ litmus test. Yeah, although it does smack things quite a bit. Interesting note to do here is that if you play this in turn 5, you plays a Drill the Claw, yeah? You can play a mech, kill the Drill the Claw with a Divine Shield, play another mech, and gain another Divine Shield. So this is one of the only cards that has double Divine Shield in that kind of sense, right? So you might be able to abuse it a lot, but with the AMAZ litmus test not being passed, I'm not really a big fan of this card. The Quartermaster, you need him to hire him for pizza because, you know, you need to slice your pizzas into quarters. But this is a very good card. It has 5 health, right? So it's a 4/7 it's a Fugan basically that that requires only you to have a hero power. You play this with mustard. Oh my god, you just put some quarter mustard on your hot dog. Oh, you can just win the arena right there. It's insane. Like if you play this with a mustard for battle, turn 3, and then you coin this out. Insane. And then turn 5 you play another one. Insane again. Could be pretty insane. So there you go. It's a good card. I like this. I would never play this card. I would never play this card. Never. So why would I never play this card? Because 1, it requires you to keep you in your mulligan. And I don't like that. Oh, whoops, that's pretty fast. And at the same time, if it gets like, we already confirmed it can, if it gets like sapped or whatnot, it just gets reset. Does it get silenced? Like, I'm not really sure. I heard 2 different sources saying that it can't get silenced, and another source says if it gets silenced, it gets to 1 attack. But either way, it's just bad. Like, I don't like this card. Like, it's actually quite depressing that Paladin just got owned for this. Yeah, shame. So that's all. So the best cards here are Quartermaster, Cog Hammer, Muster for Battle, just because there's Quartermaster, Square Prevent, okay, and Shield and Minibot. This is actually the best card in the Paladin release. It's actually quite funny. But yeah, love the Shield and Minibot. Okay. Next up, we have the Shamans. This card is insane. It's a better Dust Devil, right? Like, why would you ever play Dust Devil anymore? Because it's 2 health, it's really strong. You might be actually, if you play this turn 2 and your opponent can't deal with it, you already have 6 damage. You already fireballed your opponent, right? Because technically speaking, you don't want to trade this. Your opponent is going to trade this anyways. Like, you're not going to hit the face and then trade. That's just silly, right? You're just going to hit the face 2 times and let your opponent trade. And then get your opponent low enough so you can just Doomhammer them down or something. So, very nice card. If your opponent can't deal with it, they have to deal with it immediately. No, this card is just face palming. You know, like, this card is, you have to run this card. Because this card is just insanity. This damage is insane. 3, okay, fine, it sucks. You'd rather play Lightning Bolt, but you're just paying 1 more mana. 4 is fair, and 5 and 6 is just insane. So you have a chance of being insane, and 4 is just normal. So 75% of the time, I mean, it's just insane. So, yep. And because you have to play this card, that's why I don't like it. Because a lot of things depend on RNG. Now, like, these cards I don't like. Like, for example, Ragnaros or like Thoughtsteal, like stuff like that. Those RNG effects are fine. Because you have to play around them too, right? You need to set them up. You need to do like risk versus reward. This one is just, you just play it, you know, and just hope. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like this card, but it's a good card, so. Very rare that there's a good card, but I don't like it. This card is also quite interesting. Shamans have a heal now, I guess. You get the 4 health instantly, which is cute. And you can always use tokens on the board, right? Shamans use Argus, Shamans use Flame Tongue. Not really sure. Like, is this worth a spot in my deck? Might not be worth a spot in my deck. If anytime you want to stabilize as Shaman because of like, you know, burst damage, then you would play this card. For example, like a Zoo or something. You know, after you stabilize, you still need more health because you're gonna die to the random Soulfire or the random abusive out of nowhere thing. So, not too excited about this card. This is crazy. This is insane. You kill 2 minions. It's an Eagle Horn Bow, right? You kill 2 minions, and after you hit the second time, you had activated, right? So for example, you can like, you play this on turn 3, you hit something, and then turn 4 you play a mech and you hit something else. Boom. Insane. Free Demon Fire. Yep. This is a good card, and it looks good too. So there you go. That's bonus, right? If the art is good and the effect is good, then you can play it because your eyes will not get, you know, get bored. So, not bad. This card, however, sucks. It only barely passes the AMAZ litmus test. It's like in the middle. But unfortunately, because it has to attack 2 times, it's really rough. And you're overpaying for this too. You're paying 5 mana. 5 mana for a 5/4, so it's like a Harrison. Yeah, not a big fan of this card. Although it can win you games, why don't you just play the 2 mana creature instead? And you can target it. You really don't want to target the wrong enemy with Wind Fury, I think. So, not a big fan of this card. This card might spawn a lot of very weird shenanigans. That's what, see, it's the same theme, yeah? Epic cards are very, very niche. Yeah? Legendary cards are just awesome, right? Because they do crazy effects. Epics are niche, and rares are just good in arena. So, yeah, people might, I'm pretty sure that people are gonna play a Shaman deck filled with just legendaries and play Ancestor's Call. Yeah, good for you. But, I mean, when it first came out, I thought this was a good card, but upon further inspection, there's actually a very limited amount of things that could happen really good. Like, you could force something out that has a battle cry. For example, if you force out a Miracle Rose Leroy, if they play Leroy again, I don't know why would they play Leroy again, but if you force the Leroy out, if you force the Alexstrasza out, if you force the Druid of the Claw out or something like that, that's really good. But right down to it, you need to be able to activate this first, right? So, quite harsh. And it's a very, very bad card value. Because you play this, sure, it puts up your Zera, but you lose a card. You lose an extra card. So that's dangerous. Very dangerous card. That's cute. You're overpaying for this card. You need Murlocs on the field so that it's kind of like a Cult Master. You pay more for this Cult Master as well. It's kind of mirrored, so it will be very funny in Murloc mirror shenanigans. But otherwise, this is not a very good card. It's the most expensive Murloc right now. Doesn't live up to its effect, I think. Like, Murloc decks, you're going to kill your opponent before you draw cards anyways. If you're drawing cards as a Murloc and you don't have anything on the board, like, you're screwed anyways, right? So, and you want to keep your Murlocs healthy too, so, like with Healing Totem or whatnot. Don't like that. So that also means that I do not really like this legendary. Like, sure, you're adding 4 cards, resources once again. Card draws are really good, but you're paying 10 mana for this card. Like, what are you doing with your life? I mean, imagine this card without Overload. If this card has no overload, that would be insane. Because you can just play this when you're top decking and you immediately get back on the board. But remember, Murlocs are very, very specific in their effects, right? Like, if you do not get the buff creature, like a buff Murloc, then Murlocs suck. That's why they have to suck. Because you can buff them up so well with, like, the War Leader, the Seer, you know? That's why Murlocs have to have less base stats. And because, yeah, we see the Murloc with 3-2 that doesn't have any text, right? That's exactly why. So, kind of sad that, Shaman got the Murloc, the Lolo love. I love Lolos, I love Billy, don't get me wrong, but not playable, I think. It's quite sad. If this was a Murloc, then maybe... No, I'm just joking, it's not. Oh, where's the Druids? Okay, what is the OP Innovate class getting this time around? This is actually not a bad card. I thought it was really bad, but it was actually okay. Because late game, you can also... It's a 2-mana taunt, right? We do not have any 2-3 taunts in the game right now. Let alone 3-2 taunts. Because Frostwolf Grunt is a thing. Yeah, so... Not bad. Late game, it can restrict your opponent's options. It's a fine 2-drop. Druids do not run 2-drops already. They run Skittles, I guess. And Skittles is not that strong, I think. Like, it's good in some cases if you drop it too. But this is good if you drop it later as well, so... Not bad. Oh, Grove Tender! Grove Tender says, what did she say again? The great outdoors. Reminds me back in the Warcraft days, yeah? Let's hear it.
The great outdoors.
Got a new voice actor, but when she dies, she says,
Caw! Caw!
That's kind of sad. You think this is a mirrored ability? It's actually not, because you get to actually utilize it first. Especially if it's a full mana crystal, yeah. So it's not like an empty one. You can use this immediately. So it's like a 2/2/4, I guess, if you will it. So as long as you can use the mana crystal very, very efficiently, or you can use the card that you draw really, really well. So you have high value cards. This is fine. Because it has a good body as well already. Yeah, so it's okay. Like, it's fine. Because you're both having the same thing. It's basically equal the same. You're both having no things. So, you get it? Like, if you're both getting one card, it's the same as you guys both not getting a card. So, if you can make it so that you benefit from this effect more than your opponent, so that you can use this immediately, or your deck is built in a way such that every card, on average, has more value than your opponent's deck, then this is a good card. Right? So, not that bad. Druid of the Fang! Oh my god, now this guy also has a very nice sound file. I like the voice actor on this one. This synergizes with basically Power of the Wild with the Panther or Druid of the Claw. Those are really the two beasts, or you have to ask outside stuff like a Kodo or like a Tall Strider or something like that. But otherwise, as it stands, it's a high risk, medium, I would say medium reward card. I want to say I like high reward because it's a 7/7. I mean, sure, no, BG is not even the problem, right? Because 7/7 is not like, it's just a vanilla 7/7. It doesn't do anything, right? Druid of the Claw is taunt, so yeah. Anyways, let's hear what he says.
Snakes. It has to be snakes. Strike.
Strike. It's pretty good. No, yeah, that's a pretty cool voice actor. I like that. His face looks like he's a bit constipated though, so that's the drawback. So yeah, there you go. It's okay. Like you innovate Druid of the Claw and you play Druid of the Fang. Good for you. You coin out Druid of the Claw, Druid of the Fang. It's really good. So it could really just win you games, like right there outright. But as it stands, I think it's high risk for medium reward. Medium reward. Recycle! It's an assassinate that also silences it, but your opponent gets to draw it late game. So this actually it actually costs more to assassinate just because it doesn't activate death rattles. Now with druids, how often do you go to fatigue, right? So this is actually a fine card, especially when you have board control, right? If you have board control, you recycle. It's basically like a sap, and then your opponent can't do anything. Same reason that I think that sap is actually undercosted. Like sap should not cost 2, I think. Sap should cost 3 with like another ability or something, you know. So yeah, it's as strong as it is. It's just if you look at this and you think this is strong, you go like sap, and sap is just insane. So yeah. Although you do get rid of your opponent's card. So you're paying 4 mana for your opponent to lose a card. Which is okay, because a card is worth 1.5. You're paying a card that does something and removes a card. So that's like 3 mana. So it's like a if you think of it that way, it's like a 3 mana values that more than sap. So it's like a 5 mana sap that costs 6. That's okay. Especially if you're board control, it's worth the 1 mana, you know? This is a good card! I like this. It's a pretty fat card. Because it activates spare parts. Like, this is better than Drill the Fang for the reason that you do not need something else to like activate this. And yeah, if it doesn't get straight off removed, like, you know, obviously Shadow Word D, or like, you know, just Deadly Shotted or whatnot, then you get a spare part. You might get 2. So not the worst. It's okay. It can take a beating, so that's good. Oh my god, this is a house. Yeah, he's actually stomping on a house. Oh baby, it's actually pretty big. Yeah. This is silly. I don't see this card being played because Mark of Nature is not played. +5/+5 in taunt is pretty good. Like, you compare this to Demon Heart, I guess, and it's a bit better because it has taunt. So yeah, you know, you actually get some board, but 6 mana spell is really expensive. And why the heck do you want 5/1/1s? Why the heck do you even want that 5/1/1s? No. Oh, this card is good. Actually, I think this card is fine because like you have a full reset of the game. So if you can actually use this when the board is clear and your opponent was aggro on you, like a mid-rangey thing, this is fine. So for example, you know, you play against a shaman. You guys both use a lot of cards. You want to pull back cards a little bit more. And then when he has only 1 or 2 minions left and you have more cards in hand, you play this. Full reset. It's okay. It's the faster your opponent's deck is, the better this card is, right? Because when you're low, you always are afraid of getting sniped, and the full health is actually pretty relevant because it is not a healing touch. Like, healing touch sometimes gets you out of stuff, but full health gets you out of every stuff. So it's quite relevant. Although 9 mana might be a problem for some decks, so that's why the faster your opponent's deck is, the better, because then they don't have anything to do when you play this card. The worst thing is that you play this card, your opponent still has minions, and they hit you again. You're not really gaining board presence. Your opponent just puts out 2 more minions. It's even harder to deal with it already. We know that Druids cannot come back from a losing position. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll see this card played, and maybe we'll see Poison Seeds play with Starfall for like a super reset or a super fatigue Druid deck. I'm not really sure, but overall, I think this card is playable. I think it's playable. This card is playable too. Like, it's not that insane, but it's good because a 9/7 by itself like trades with a lot of things, and the Death Rattle is fine because if you're playing the super fatigue Druid, right? You always have this card unless your opponent silences this, and if this gets silenced, it's perfectly fine. It already achieved its worth, right? It's like a Sylvanas then, right? Because the most scary effect in the game right now, I guess, is like Sylvanas. So just compare all the Deferrals to Sylvanas. So if this gets silenced, it's completely fine. It's a 7 mana Sylvanas. This also basically says that if you're in fatigue and this dies, you draw this instead of drawing the fatigue. So yeah, it's okay. And Hunters can use this card too because it's a beast, right? Westwinder can draw this, so Westwinder got a little buff. Although Hunters can't really utilize this card well because they're not going to draw it again. I mean, if they draw again, it's not that good because it doesn't do anything in the turn you put it down. You need stuff that does something the turn you put it down, like Animal Companion, Bow, Savannah, like board presence, right? This just dies. So less useful for Hunter, but it's still better than a Captain Spirit. So with the Druid cards, the best cards that are revealed are this is okay. It's barely okay to like really good, like. Nah, just so close to being really good. Recycle is good. I like that card. Growth Tender is good, especially if you use the effect. And the Bear is fine. The Bear and the Tree of Life is fine. So, not the most crazy cards for Druid, but remember they always have Innervate shenanigans. So you never know. All right, we're done. We're doing good here. Flame Cannon. It's cheaper. It's mage, by the way. So this is the mage. Flame Cannon is a shadow bolt that does not cost 3. So that's why it's good. It can target stealth minions as well. I think the random is actually a buff rather than the targeted thing, because it can kill, like, you know, stealth minions. You can actually just remove whatever you don't want to kill and use this card as well. I like this card. It's okay. It's a staple. Like, it's not crazy. It's fair, and it has its place. Oh! We need to hear this card's voice acting. Yeah. We need to hear this card's voice acting. It's hilarious. But this is Strife Crow's favorite card. When I talked to him, he says, "Oh, this is my favorite card because it's like, it just limits your opponent, especially if they're running weapons, right? You hit this to the face, very nice. In constructed at least, you're probably not gonna trade this minion for another minion unless they're running like shaman. They can buff your creatures or whatnot, like Argus or whatnot. But you're probably just going for face with this one, right? Yeah, just want to limit your opponent's options. All right, there you go. This is the sound.
Chugga 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 chugga. Chugga 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 chugga. Chugga chugga. Chugga 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 chugga.
Attack.
Chugga chugga.
And then when it dies, it's just.
Chugga. Chew.
Aww, he didn't get to chew. He just chugged and he didn't chew. Anyways, it's really cute. It's a good card. I like it. It's a good card. This is insane! Okay, Unstable Portal is insane. It is insane. I love... This is actually one of the cards that makes me want to play Mage. This card is my favorite. One of my top 5 cards, to be honest. Why? Okay, here's why. 2 mana, add a random minion, okay? So what do you have? You have, if you add a 1 mana minion, okay, that's bad, okay? But let's calm down first, okay? You add a 2 mana minion, it's not bad because you're playing a 2 mana card anyways, right? It's completely fine. You can also save it for later to like play with another minion, so your opponent can't like wrath. But you get what I mean? Like, you know, against a druid, you play Unstable Portal, you get a Crocodile, okay? You go like, oh, whatever, right? That's kind of sad. No, it's not sad. It's good because at turn 3, you play a 3 mana drop. And then you play the Crocodile. So your opponent can't wrath and then play a minion. You're making your opponent's turn really, really awkward just because you're skipping that 2 mana minion, okay? And that's only 2. Like, if you play this on turn 3 and you get you get like 3 mana, like a 4 mana drop or something like that, like, it doesn't matter. It's just good. You get it? Like, you can pause. The pause is really important. If you get a 3 drop, it's a free 3 drop. Like, you can play a 2 mana 3/4 Spider Tank. That's insane. So now, it's so insane already, right? So now you have to explore the potential of the 4+ drop. It's crazy. All right. Obviously, 4s and 5s are good, but 6 is actually really, really strong because you play this at turn 2, you play the 6 drop at turn 3. All right. Imagine a Bodifist Ogre at turn 3 against in an arena, and you're just skipping a turn 2. Insane. Insane. And there are a lot of legendaries in the game, not to mention a lot of like rares too. So crazy. Oh my god, 2 in my mage deck. Boom. Insane card. Suit Spearer is not that... It's good, but it's not that good. Once again, it doesn't pass the AMAZ litmus test because it has 3 health. The spell damage is not really that crazy. It's just a fatter kobold. And there's a reason why mages don't play Kobold is because it's not that good. You only play Kobold if you play Thalnos already, right? Thalnos Kobold and then just unload or whatnot. So, not a big fan of this card. Don't think it's too good. This card is also insane! Oh my god, this card is insane. Like, if you have a mech, you get a free 4 damage Arcane Missiles, yeah? And it already is a 5/4. It's insane. It's really good. If you don't get the mech, then it's just normal. Like, it's just a Tall Strider, right? But even a Tall Strider is playable, right? Because it's a 5 attack and trades for Belcher. Like, this card is insane. Insane. That's why it has to hit the enemy hero. If it only hits enemy minions, then this is just an auto include in all mage decks. And all mage mech decks, right? Very good card. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Although he looks kind of spooky. But, love it. Good card. Oh my god, we have to listen to the... We have to listen to this sound. Oh my god. You would pick this card in Arena just because you want to hear her die. Alright? Alright. So when she comes out...
I'll put a stop to that.
Okay, it's cute. Okay.
Here goes.
That's an attack. And when she dies...
Oh,
Ooh, when I first said this out, I laughed for a straight 2 minutes. I couldn't stop laughing. It was the most hilarious BS ever. Like, it's just so funny. By the way, this card sucks. Like, why does it suck? Because you can kill this and it removes the other stuff. But then if you look at it that way, it's kind of good because you're kind of protecting your other creatures anyways because you have to remove this. The thing is, like, if you play this with like Royal Elementals already on the board, I guess it's okay. But the requirement of having minions with a mage is kind of strict, and it is a 2/5. So not sure if this is gonna work. Might be good. I mean, there is a big potential of being good. Is like moderately high. No, I mean the reward for you playing this effectively is moderately high, but the risk of not playing it well is low. It's not just moderate low, it's low. Like, it's not that good, so I'm not really happy about. Like, it's okay. It's hard to use correctly. No, it's hard to use correctly. Okay. This card. We actually have to go back to when I created my monk concept. Remember, guys, when we created the monk class? And we made this exact... Oh my god, let me show you. I'm pretty proud of myself. I have to show this. So... Alright. So, look at this. I made this exact card with my monk concept. And look at what the comments are. Duplicate on steroids should cost 6, I think. Or make it a random with focus every minute. It's way too much of a... I agree with its OP-ness. At the 6 cost, it's okay. Cost 6 is... No. You guys all failed. Failed, okay? Failed. It's a fair card. God damn it, you guys. Alright. So there you go. Otherwise, I don't think this is OP because it has a big requirement in that you need stuff on the board. When you know your opponent plays this, especially in tournaments, you're going to be removing the creatures really, really quickly. So that's why I think playing Echo of Medivh with a duplicate is actually insane. Like, imagine if you have a secret up and you Sylvanas up. And then your opponent goes like, uh-oh. Because if I kill the Sylvanas, you get 2. If I don't kill the Sylvanas, you're going to play something else and then use Echo of Medivh. And then it's crazy. But it does cost 4 mana. So this is the only drawback, right? It does cost a lot. So yeah, there you go. Alright, and for last one, Flame Leviathan is the only card that actually does this effect. When you draw this, deal 2 damage to all characters. There's no other card that does this, which is it is actually really weird. I don't know what to think of this. Like, with Temple Mage, if you put this card in your Temple Mage, then what the heck are you doing with your life? Do you understand what I mean? Like, you put this card in your Temple Mage, you're screwing yourself over. So, I'm not really sure. You play this in a Freeze Mage, you might just die, right? You're at 1 health, and you draw Flame Leviathan, you die. That's not good. Might be good against Zoo, but I don't know. I don't know about this card. I might be judging it incorrectly, because there might be some really crazy interaction with this. But it feels bad in Temple Mage. It feels bad in Freeze Mage. It just feels bad. Anyhow. Alright, that was all the mage cards. So the mage cards got pretty well. Cards that I like are this one. This is good. This is insane. This is insane. And this is good. I want to say it's insane. This is I want to say this is insane. Like, this is good. This is good. Insane. Alright, what's next? We have the rogue class left. Next. So basically with these rogue class cards, you see Blizzard really wants to push for like a Temple Mage. This one especially 3/2 give you a weapon 1 attack. So you're basically summoning a 2/2 weapon for 2 mana. You get a 3/2 body. That's really good. Unfortunately, the only drawback is that you have to coin Hero Power for turn 1 to be able to use this correctly. So it's not as good as you think, although it's like okay, especially if you don't need that extra punch. I would not think this is a crazy card, but it's reasonable. Like, it's okay. Its effect is worth it, right? It's a 3 mana, 3/2. It's like a 2.5 mana maybe, because it's like deadly poison, right? So deadly poison gives 2 attack, and you can use it anytime you want. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. This guy is really flavorful in that it's one of the only cards is like that. Where yeah, if you play a pirate against stealth, attack again. If you just play another pirate, you can attack again. So it's kind of like a more expensive head crack in a sense. But once again, as we know that one health stealth creatures are not really that strong. However, what makes this better than the mini mage or whatever that crappy card that's 4/1 that gives a spell power is because it's 2 mana. Right, 2 mana is not really a turn where people can do 1 damage or AoE just yet. So you might be able to squeeze in some damage with this one-eye cheat. You know, just squeeze in a little bit of damage. So, that's okay. I think it will be played in pirate decks. Oh, Iron Sensei. He actually is I like his sound file. It's pretty normal, but I like it. So.
Come close and listen.
Okay.
Silent, but deadly.
Okay. It reminds me of a character somewhere. It's like... yeah, it sounds like a character from somewhere. I don't know where, but it sounds pretty cool. Like, yeah, it sounds pretty cool. And of course, we have the best interaction in the game. We have the best interaction game. It's the Iron Sensei plus the Micro Machine. Not because of the effect, it's because of what they say.
Come close and listen.
I swear, someone is gonna make a Hearthstone comic of these cards someday. But anyways, with this card, it's fine. It's 3 mana 4/4 kind of. If it lives one more turn, it's insane. So you do need to put something out there. It's a mech by itself, which is good. So turn 6, you can double Iron Sensei and they buff each other and they just keep on buffing each other, which is fine. So it's okay. My Cabal would be happy to take this though. So there you go. This is a horrendous card. This is horrendous. Clockmaster's Wrench has 2 attack while you have a mech. You're paying 3 mana for a possible 3/3. But you have this requirement where basically you have to summon a mech every turn and attack. You know, you summon a mech, you attack. He kills your mech, okay, fine. You summon a mech, you attack, right? So, not really sure if this is that good because it's 3 mana. I'd much rather play something like Perdition's Blade or just play Deadly Poison because it really just accomplishes the same thing. Not really a big fan of this card. Also, not a big fan of this card because you're giving your weapon a 3 attack, which realistically is like not that good for 4 mana. And you also combo give a random friendly friendly minion plus 3 attack. So it's like Deadly Poison plus Cold Blood that you have to combo out, and it costs way more for just 1 card. So you're paying, once again, you're paying 2 mana for a card, and that's not good. You know, cards are only worth 1.5 mana. So, yeah. If you want your quality of the deck to be better, then you play this over Deadly Poison, but I don't see this happening. No, don't like it. This is actually okay because it has random in this text. We know that in GvG there's a lot of things that random might be actually useful. There's a lot of new stealth cards. There are a lot of weird taunt cards, right? So yeah, this actually might be okay. If you actually get to combo and kill your opponent's weapon, you're only paying 1 mana to do that, and it's okay. It's okay. If you can kill a minion and kill someone's weapon, it's like crazy, right? If you go against a warrior, you snipe their Sylvanas and you snipe their Despite. It's insane. But you do need to combo this up, so that's the challenge. Which I play this in the Temple Mage, Temple Rogue. Probably 1 copy if I do. I'm not gonna play 2 copies, definitely not. So yeah, it could be good. Could be good. And then it's like overpaying for Daily Shot is not that bad, by the way. Like, it's not that bad, but you do want to use this. Otherwise, you would just run something that's a bit more tempo-y, you know. Don't think this will replace Deadly Poison though. Definitely not. Oh, this card is beautiful. Look at this guy. Oh, this guy is beautiful. 5 mana 6/6 that you can't interact with. Trades 2 for 1, most likely, and love it. It's just amazing. Very nice card. Just the body is just insane, and the thing of you can't interact with it is even more insane. It's just insane in the nutshell, right? Imagine if you play Ogre Ninja, and then later, in the next turn, you play something that your opponent can't play spells on. Like you play the Troxinator, you know? Something like that. It's a 7-drop, but then, you know, Ogre Ninja, and then you just use this when you can play Troxinator. It's insane. It's insane. Because it's 6 health. It's insane. Look, it's a Ventricle Mercenary that you can't target. Oh my god, such a good card. And this card is actually quite interesting. It requires a little bit more thought process behind it. So before we jump into any analysis, the coin that Galawix gives your opponent will not proc this. Okay? It won't proc this. It's Galawix's coin. It will just stop. One thing that people don't realize is that when you play this, all your opponent's spells cost 1 mana less. Although you do get a copy of it, you can't dodge it, okay? You can't dodge the fact that all your opponent's spells cost 1 mana less. And also, yeah, so for example, they can play Force of Nature for 5, Savage Roar for 2, another Savage Roar for 2, and then they can play Moonfire and get an extra mana. You know, it's quite dangerous. That's why it has such a big body, you know? So yeah, it's like, the control is from your opponent's side, so that's why it is a dangerous effect. But the stats make up for it. The stats is over budgeted, right? It's over budgeted. So I think this will be played, but it's not as crazy as people think because of this drawback. Especially with cards that run really spell combo heavy oriented decks, you know? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Oh, finally a priest! Alright, so that's the road cards actually. So good cards here. This guy is still insane for his stats. This guy is insane. This is fine. And yeah. That's really it. The road didn't get too much love, but this is love enough. Like, love sometimes just gives him one big package. Not like a lot, so there you go. Okay, and I think this is the final class. Alright, so 1961. Yeah, there you go. So finally we have Priest. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Alright, first card, Light of the Naru. Restore 3 health if the target is still damaged. Summon Light Warden. And we know Light Warden is a 1-2. That every time someone gets healed, it gets 2 attack. Interesting interactions, I guess, with Arcanine. Because if you play Arcanine and you Light of the Naru or something, you always get a Light Warden, right? Because you're damaging it. So if you damage something, then it's obviously damaged. So you get a Light Warden, even if it dies. Because negative health, red health is basically damage. So interesting interactions with Arcanine. But this basically, like, I think the point of this card is to really want Light Warden to be in a priest deck because Circle of Healing is such a card that you really sometimes want Light Warden. But I don't think this is playable. It's actually more playable in aggro, to be honest. Yeah, because the thing is that you really want to restore 3 health to your face. If you restore 3 health to your face and you heal yourself for 2 more, you actually get a 5-2 for 3. So that's why this is insane. But other than that, if you're playing against control, this is a really bad card. You understand what I mean? So play this against aggro, use it on yourself, heal yourself at 3, you get a 5-2. Otherwise, you have to restore, say, a Blade Master, which is fine for turn 4 play. Still, pretty limited, I think, with the uses. Sounds really good. Sounds like a very good deal. But limited. Good thing it's cheap. You might be able to use it with Pyromancer. So yeah. Oh my god! We have the ugly gnome that's actually okay. It's actually not that bad. It deals 3 damage to each hero. So people will try really, really hard to make Shadow Priest work or like a mid-range Priest work with this card. Because basically I read this as not deal 3 damage to each hero over 1 mana 2/1. I read this as a Sinister Strike. So anytime you want to burn your opponent down to a certain point and then finish them off with Holy Fire or whatnot next turn, or usually this is used as a finisher because it costs 1 mana. It's like Sinister Strike, right? So basically Priest got a Sinister Strike that can't be used with spell power, right? So that's how I see this card, which is completely fine. Aggro Priest. The problem with Aggro Priest is, of course, your hero power does nothing. If you whiff on a draw, then you're screwed. But you do have Mind Blast, and you do have like Arcanine. Do have Light Bomb, which will come in later, so might be useful. Certainly has a place. I think it's fine. This card is insane. Oh my god! This card is insane! Love it. Love it. When I first saw this card in BlizzCon, I was so happy. Like, it's about time. Priest got something that interacts with negative attack. Unfortunately, like, people might be too fast to say that this is actually like permanent. No, it's not. It's this turn. So you have to be really specific in using this, right? So there are the most obvious use is to use it on your opponent's minion and then trade with it so that you basically heal 2 for your own minion. So it's like 3/4, right? So that's the most obvious play. But then you have cards like Shadow Word Pain. You have cards like Shadow Madness, Cabal Shadow Priest. All these silly cards that interact with this minion very, very well. So there you go. There you go. Very nice card. Especially every time if you play this card, all the cards that interact with attack gets insane value. You can even run a priest deck that doesn't run Shadow Word Death anymore. You know, you can just run 2 Pains and 2 Strike Masters and just deal with the other cards just normally, you know. You really don't need to use Shadow Word Death anymore. So that's good. Pain is always useful. Death is not always useful. Nice card. Pretty cute card because I like the art. The artwork is insane. It's one of the best artworks in the game. However, the effect is not that good because when are you going to really want to heal use your hero power to deal 1 damage to a random enemy, right? If it's only random minion, then it's really good. Because it includes the enemy hero, then it's not that good. Because the only way of this being useful is that you Pyromancer and there's some circle shenanigans and then just get a free Avenging Wrath against your opponent, yeah? That's really optimistic. But usually this is just going to be a 2 or 3. Not too excited about this card. Although it is 2-drop. And Priest really needs 2 drops. So, whatever. I guess I'll still play this card. This card is really good if it's just released in the game right now. However, because we have a lot of new cards, I don't think this is actually that good. The best scenario this happens is actually if you play Dark Cultist, your opponent plays a Yeti, you play this, you trade for the Yeti perfectly, and you also gain 4 health. That's perfectly. So that's that's the best situation that happens. The spell damage is the bonus. So basically, it means that if you can use the spell damage, then play this card. If you can't use the spell damage, then don't play this card. And history tells us that priests cannot use spell damage well, right? We have Smite, Holy Nova, and Holy Fire. Those are really our only damage spells. Sure, you can Alchemy Circle for damage. You can Alchemy Light of the Naru for damage, but spell damage is really hard. So if you can find some way to utilize the spell damage, I think it's worth to use this card. If you can't, then there are better options. Oh, this is a fun card because it has a very nice voice effect as well, and I think this card is actually really good because it's an insane version of Temple Enforcer. You do not really want to play Temple Enforcer 6 because there's so many good 6 drops that Temple Enforcer doesn't really cut the cake, but this is really, really good. It's a 5/9. Like this is a 5/9, and if you whiff on the Battle Cry, it's still a 5/5 for 5, and it's justifiable because like Lotheb is a body, right? Lotheb against Sludge Belcher, we see that every day. Like it's just really, really good. So I think this is a very good card. One of the better priest cards, to be honest. So let's listen to what he says. So summon it. He says
Repairs available.
okay. Yeah, so see, it's so genuine, yeah.
Repairs available.
Yeah, but then when you attack him, he goes
Beatings available. Beatings available.
But yeah, I would love to beat my opponent with this. Oh baby, that's a pretty big claw. That would be a pretty hard beating, man. All right, but yeah, very good card. Love this card. Very nice. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This basically says that you need to play stuff like Holy Smite. Like I think Holy Smite is like the best combo of this card because you're assassinating something and stealing its health. Unfortunately, the problem with this card lies in the fact that it really only is really nice with Holy Smite. It's not that good if you play it with like Shadow Madness. It's pretty expensive. It's super expensive if you play with Holy Nova. Another good thing that can happen is Nate HIPV, thank you so much for subbing. Another good thing is that you can play this and then trade with one of your creatures on the board. That's actually really good, especially if Alkani and something like that. But yeah, by itself is actually fine. But you do need to health. When you swap health with a minion, you have to be very careful because you're not actually removing its power, right? So you just have to be a little bit more careful with this. If Vulcan gets silenced, it's actually fine. Doesn't matter. If your opponent's things get silenced, it's actually a problem, so it does matter. So that's why you need to you have to rush to kill. You have to actually rush to kill your opponent's minion when you do that. Yeah. I guess another interesting thing is that you can buff one of your clerics really highly and just use this on one of your clerics and kill your cleric, because there are quite a few instances where you just don't want to kill your cleric, right? You have damaged minions on the board, you don't want to fatigue faster than your opponent, so that's an interesting mechanic. But overall, it's a really good card. You just need to be very careful with the battle cry. Right? It is an insane card. It's an insane value, but it might whiff in the sense that you don't know what to do afterwards. Plan this out ahead of time, and you get rewarded. And finally, the last card is Light Boom. Don't like this card. I don't like this card because if you play this card, it means that your deck is curving really high, which means that you need to draw this card to stabilize, and if you don't draw this card, you lose. It's much like Brawl. Like that's why it's not that good. And it's a Brawl with a X. Yeah, sure, it's good against like Giants or like Lotheb or like whatever, like Mech Bear Cat. Like all these new cards that have more attack than health is good, but the problem is those decks also run things that do not have more attack than health. You know, they run Twilight Drakes, they run Drew of the Claws, and when you play this card, it also damages your own minion. So quite, I would say it's very dangerous to run this card because you're putting yourself in a very bad position. Like if you kill 2 minutes of it, you feel nice. You kill 2 minutes and you have nothing. You don't have to kill any of your stuff because you have nothing. Sure, it feels nice, but then initiative is still on your opponent's side. They can still play a turn 7 before you do, so you still have to deal with the new minions that come out. And yeah, not a big fan of this card. So there you go. I guess we should listen to the Vulcan voice before we head off, because the Vulcan voice is quite amazing. Vulcan. And it's 5 mana drop. Very nice. 5 mana is really sweet. It's really sweet. It's like not 6. That's why this card is insane, by the way. If it was 6, not that good. It's 5. Alright.
The spirits be restless.
Yeah?
Here come the voodoo.
Yeah?
Ooh.
Well, sounds like he's a bit constipated when he dies. Yeah, but of course, he has this very special one with Garrosh, so if Garrosh was your opponent...
Who be the war chief now?
Wow, that's quite evil. I like that. I like good characters who are also evil, you know? Like evil sounding, if anything. And his art is just amazing. So yeah, there you go. Alright, so that's all the cards. We'll spend another few minutes talking about the chat. So you have some questions, I'll answer them now. So those were the class cards. What do we have now? Fuet donate $2. It says, I think 30 Voodoo Doctors going to beat 30 Mind Blasts. We're through that discussion already. Sammy Chan donated $25. Amaz, I'm thankful for every day you stream. I watch you when my dad gets home from work so I can't hear things breaking. Sometimes I get happy enough I forget about my mom crying at night. Oh my god, okay, that's a troll message, I hope. If it's not a troll message, please call somebody, please. Well done. Lear donated $2. As a rogue, I will be happy to faceless Mal'Ganis and add Master of Stealth. Craigasm. That would actually be quite sick, huh? That would be quite sick. Yeah. Dark Dude donated and says, what new card combos are you most excited for? This is the Strickmeister. This card. This is the best combo card. Phase One Shot says we didn't win my donation from Hey Guys, and now I'm sad. That's I'm sorry about that. That's really too bad. I'm sorry. Luigi Tony says, why should you run Poison Seed Starfall if Explosive Sheep into Poison Seeds is the new Equality Consecrate? Unfortunately, you are wrong. Poison Seeds when you have an explosive sheep, does not kill anything because everything dies first, all death rattles activate, and then you get the treants. So unfortunately, that was a good idea. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. Sanitera says, hey Amaz, thank you for the time you spent for us to do the preview. Do you think Echo of Medivh makes Molten Giants plus Ice Block worth it in a deck? Like 4 free Moltens and you survive because Ice Block. Sure. Like, yeah. Echo of Medivh could be really strong with Molten Giants, especially if you have Sunfury out too, right? Molten, Sunfury, Echo, and then you get the same thing again. Yeah, it could get pretty crazy. So, Giants Mage might see it come back with Echo. Yeah. And now we'll read some chat-based comments. Laggy says, do you think Shaman will be completely dead? I don't think Shaman will be completely dead just because they have one good card, and really it's all it needs. Like, Shaman is already such a fine card, like a fine deck already, that they just need 1 or 2 more cards. So they have this card, which is insane, right? If they run a mech deck, it's insane, and this card is insane. Like, this is insane. Like, why would you not play this card? Insane. And this card is good too. So yeah, there you go. What else do we have? Cupcake says, Amaz, what do you think of trap-based decks? I think trap-based decks like secret-based decks is fine. You probably won't run Illuminator because the health gain is not that good, and a 2/4 minion that doesn't do anything is not that good. So I think they're fine. They're still in a good place. Nobody's gonna run the Kazan though. The one that steals a secret. I don't think it's just so bad. I don't think people are gonna run that card. So yeah. What else do we have? Next we have Amaz. If you're taking fatigue damage and Malorn Death Rattle activates, do you reset your fatigue counter? Obviously, you don't reset your fatigue counter. You just get to skip the fatigue that turn. Ryuza says, Amaz, have some water. Thank you so much, Ryuza. We'll have some water after we answer these few questions. Amaz, someone says, can you highlight the review? Because some of us might not have been here for the whole thing. Yeah, we're going to put it on YouTube. It's going to be 3 parts probably because it's a really long video. Don't want people to, like, die watching me talk to the camera. Yeah. Next one is, what would you do to make Bolvar at least a decent card? Bolvar should just gain an attack anytime. You don't need to have it in your hand. Just gain attack anytime a minion dies, right? Because the thing is, like, you're gaining stats and you're not gaining an effect. So for 5 mana, it looks fine, but to have it in your hand is such a big requirement that I don't think it's good. Okay. QCat Kitten says, Amaz, would you draw 100,000 cards if your Bouncing Blades hit your Acolyte when you have Commanding Shout active? No. It's already confirmed that when all minions reduce down to 1 health, it stops. Now, there's actually, the way Ben Brook words it, it says when all minions are 1 health, it stops. That's actually really weird because it can mean one of 2 things, right? It could mean that when you have for example, you have Armor Smith and you have Acolyte of Pain out, and you use Whirling Braids with Command and Shout, can it actually hit the Acolyte when it's still 1 health? Because technically speaking, if the Armor Smith does not reach 1 health, it could still hit the Acolyte and you could still draw 1,000,000 cards. So that's what we need clarification on. Otherwise, if you use Command and Shout with Whirling Blade against an opponent minion, then they obviously will have something on their board that dies. So it's always going to be good. Amaz, what's your opinion on Streak Master plus Shadow Master plus Recombobulator combo? Do you think it's too strong, stealing and removing minions like Ezera? Shadow Master, you mean Shadow Madness, probably, yes. I think, yeah, it's a very strong combo. Unfortunately, the only drawback is that you have to wait. Cards in any game that are reactive have to be stronger than cards that just put down, right? Like, imagine if cards that you put down are just generally better, then why would anybody run reactive cards, right? It's just like a card design philosophy where reactive cards just have to be better. They just have to be. Because there is a requirement. Every time there's a requirement, there has to be some upside. Bulletgasm says, aside from the D, what cards can Priest drop to fit in all the new goodness? You can probably drop Circles and Blade Masters, to be honest, if you want to play Light Bomb instead. I think Alkanite is still really strong. Alkanite is one of the core Priest cards that just makes it such that it's really, really strong. So, yeah, it's going to be hard, I guess, because I still want to play everything in the Priest deck. Belchers might be cut, because Belchers are really just D5 drop. Now we have Vojin, we have all these other good cards to play. Double Cabal is suddenly really good. I really do not like Double Cabal when GvG was not up, but Double Cabal seems pretty legit with 2 Shrinkmeisters. What else do we have here? AMAZ RANKED, what is your favorite card in GvG? Yeah, after we take a... I've been talking for a while, so after we take a break, guys, we're gonna come back and I'll review the top 5 cards, and I'll say top 5 least favorite cards as well, or stuff like that. Or not. AMAZ RANKED, any favorite golden card animation? I haven't looked at any golden card animations yet, so that is... I'm actually not gonna look at those. I'm just gonna be surprised when I open them. Yeah, so that's gonna be good. Alright, a few more questions. AMAZ, can the pirated guy summon class minions like the keep, for example, Keep of the Grove? Yes, it can. So when you analyze the pirated minions, you have to be very careful on analyzing the class cards as well, because usually the class cards are what pushes things forward, right? So like, yeah. So for example, you could get all the 2 drops that are new, all the 2 mechs that are new right now. For the Sneeds, you could get something like Gazrilla that comes out, you know. So yeah, there you go. All right. Finally, does Thought steal Tree of Life and play it with Akanai end the game? There's 2. It probably doesn't if your opponent has armor. So for example, if the Druid has 30 health and it has 1 armor, Tree of Life basically says restore to full health, and full health is 30, right? Like, so it tries to restore 30, but then it deals 30 instead. So it should go down to 1 health. So there are some cases where it doesn't. Do you think the new Druid Legendary will be OP in a top deck scenario? No. Not in a top deck scenario. In a fatigue scenario, it's good. And AMAZ, can Fojin be silenced? Of course. It just goes back to 2 health. And finally, we'll answer 1 more questions. Yeah, I think that's all the questions though. Yeah, that's all the questions. Are you going to open 40 packs when GvG comes out? Obviously, we're going to open up all packs. We're going to be doing a sub goal where we did in the earlier games times where we open packs, and that's going to be awesome. We're going to be opening a lot of GvG packs for you guys' enjoyment, and of course for my collection as well. But my collection is just all you guys' collection, right? So there you go. Hope you enjoyed the review. I will come back with my top 5 cards. I will think about them during my break. And after that, we'll play some arena for you guys. So, yeah, once again, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. I will see you guys all in just 2 minutes. 2 minutes, guys. Take a great break. Alright. Back. Alright, there you go, guys. So, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around. So yeah, GvG is gonna come out December 8th, so mark your calendars. It's gonna be really awesome. And yeah, we'll just do a straw poll first of what arena we should be running. Yeah. Arena time is... Alright, good with Locke, good with Druid, good with Mates. Okay, so they're all 4 letters, so that I don't play favorites. Alright, there you go. Subscribers on, and yeah, go ahead and vote for it now, guys. So my top cards, alright, my top cards are... No, I don't know the order yet, but my top cards are... Actually, can I just... I don't want it to be horizontal. I just want it to be normal. Alright, there you go. This is better. This is a... Actually, let's just go to Hearthstone and look at it. Alright. So yeah, you guys can vote for now first. Alright. So, if we look at Hearthstone... So, my top cards are... Recombobulator, Shrinkmeister... Recombobulator, Shrinkmeister, Bouncing Blades is a very high, no, it can't be, because there's so many legendaries that are good. Blingtron, wait, I missed the legendary, that's good. Yeah, Trogzor, and probably Dr. Boom. Like, right now, I guess if you have to, like, me to, like, name 5 cards that are really, really good right now, it would be Blingtron, Dr. Boom, Trogzor, Shrinkmeister. Yeah. Unstable Corridor. Yeah. Can't forget this card. So there you go. Those are my favorite cards. How is this card not... It's insane. Temple Mage is going to be a thing. Let me tell you. Yep. Yeah, overall, really good set. Love it. Very nice. Really excited. We're gonna be streaming extra stream for you guys when GvG comes out. Yeah, so we're gonna be happy with that. We are good with Locke, so we're gonna play Locke. And here we go. Yeah, there you go. Let's do some stuff now too. Alright. Insane. Alright. Let's do it. Your soul shall be mine. Argent is crazy. I mean, we played this in Zoo earlier days. It's really good. We'll pick a Shadow Ball. We're picking Shadow Ball because Crocodile could be better. We're looking for better 2-drops here. Flame Imp and Scarlet. They're both really good. Scarlet does trade 2 for 1. And if I pick Scarlet, I can actually play Control Lock instead. So I'm just gonna play Scarlet because it's good in Zoo. It's good in Zoo and it's good in Handlock. We don't really know what we're gonna pick it just yet. Alright, so now we have to play the Flame because these 2 suck. I guess the Spellbreaker has to be the pick here because Archmage is too slow. Storm Champion is a must pick. Alright, so it's kind of like, oh my god, it's still like, I guess it's kind of like, you know, Hellfire is not that good in Arena because there's a lot of residual damage that builds up over time. But I mean it's AoE. I'll pick AoE. Let's not get crazy over here. These are fine. I do respect the Voodoo Doctor a lot, but then I can draft another one later on. But these 2 are really bad. I guess I'll play the Voodoo Doctor now. Like, you have to respect this card. Harvest Golem is crazy. That's a must pick. These all suck, so Alchemist is the best. Void Caller is really, really good. But Mercenary is also really, really good. I'll take the Mercenary because it doesn't have a problem. Map Bomber was actually pretty good last game for us. So pick it. We don't need 2 Hellfires. Yo, what the heck is this? Guess I should have picked the Crocolisk, huh? Oh, this is just bad. Sacrificial Pact? I mean, if it was GvG, I guess Sacrificial Pact is a bit better, but it's not. Shadow Bot number 2. Not really happy about that one. Zombie Chow is pretty good. But then Flame Whip does the same thing as well. Like, they're both fine. I think Zombie Chow is just a bit better though. Actually, I'm trying to kill my opponent. I'm gonna pick Flame Whip. Sunper Commando is the only legit choice. Cool Master is fine. I really don't want to spend time tapping in Arena, especially. Oh my god. Wow, these are just horrendous. What the heck? This is just horrendous. I need to check the Faceless. Abusive can do some cute stuff with the Crazed Alchemist. But other than that, I really need 2 drops. Jesus Christ. Alright, I'll pick the Storm in there. Because it does trade 2 for 1. Oh my god, I'm curving so low right now. It's really dangerous. I have 3 1-drops already. That's really brutal. I'm taking the Panda. I can't draft any more 1-drops. Oh my god, it's so brutal. I'm not gonna take the Voidwalker. I just can't. Jungle Panther, Succubus. I'm not gonna play Succubus ever. Wow, I'm not getting any 2-drops. This is terrible. I have to pick Talar Mage. It's not that bad with Watercoil, I guess. Jesus Christ! Not picking Voidwalker. Seriously, I can't. Oh my. You give me a 2-drop and you put a Yeti beside it. I'm not drafting this. This is way better than this. You're paying 1 more health, 1 more mana for 1 health. That's not worth it. But then I think I have to pick the Lolo here. Oh, I don't want to pick the Lolo. I'm picking the Yeti. I can't pick the Lolo. Demon Fire is actually fine. Okay. Wow, I'm just gonna kill myself. I'll take the Golem. Man, I really... if my last card is Siphon Soul, which there's a big chance, then it's fine. Yeah, I just need a Siphon Soul. Wow, into the Faceless. Handlock? I don't have any taunt givers. I only have 1 taunt, to be honest. Blood Knight could do work. I have 2 Divine Shielders. Faceless number 2 is so greedy. Mountain Giant is also really greedy. It's not like I have card draw. Cult Master enough is not warrant a Mountain Giant, so I have to play Blood Knight. Wow, this is actually a pretty sad deck. Does not have a single Soulfire. Does not have good 2-drops. We might be in trouble. Yeah, we might be in a little bit of trouble. Anyways, alright, BG Hoppy's doing well. Says, hey, I have a question. Do you think these piloted cards can summon class minions even if you aren't playing exactly that class? Yes, you can. Yes. You can. It's confirmed. So yes, you can. I'm picking this because we're curving so high. Cryo Athic donated. It says, what is your top 5? Yeah, just said. Yeah, Recombobulator, Unstable Portal, Trogzor, Dr. Broom, and Strengthmeister, I guess. Yeah. There you go. Alright, and of course, last one is 981 Cupcake says, what if you play the new Warlock Legendary, then Mind Control Tech a Master of the Skies from a Rogue, and then use the Young Brewmaster, and then use the... Yeah, sure, then you win the game, okay, good for you, you know, you win the game. That's what you want me to say anyways, right? Yeah, I think Dr. Boom is really underrated. I think it's a really good card. It's a really, really good card, Dr. Boom, man. Let me tell you. It's actually a really good draw here. So we'll probably have to, Spellbreaker and... It's so gross. Yeah, we have to Spellbreaker the Zombie Chair. It's unfortunate. Start the 0-3, please. Priest of a constructed opening? Yeah. Insane. Insane. I mean, I want to ask like what you guys' favorite card is. Like, just name your top favorite card. My top, if I had to choose one card that's my favorite card, it's probably gonna be Unstable Portal. Yeah, that's actually my favorite card. If Priest had Unstable Portal, oh my god, oh my god. If Priest had Unstable Portal, wow, that would be a joke. That would be the biggest joke. Actually, I might put Silver Moon Guardian here. But then if it trades, I'm really unhappy. So actually, yeah, actually, you know what? Fine. Whatever. Fine, I'll put Silver Moon Guardian. Yeah. Iron Juggernaut. Like, Iron Juggernaut is just dumb. I think it's just... It's not my favorite top 5 in the sense that I think it's too OP. Right? Like, I like cards that are, like, hidden OP. Like, you ask 100 pros... Is there even 100 pros in Hearthstone? I don't know. Like, you just ask 100 people what you think of Unstable Portal, and I guarantee you that less than 10 people are gonna say it's good. I think it's insane. Oh, okay. Owie. So we can, yeah, we can put the Fate here. Fate is pretty good. Unfortunately, I can't silence this. Oh, it's a shame. It's a shame. Oh wow. That's really annoying. Ah. Good thing we have play. We were dipping very low, but now we're fine again, so that's good. Wow. Oh, thank God we have a play. This is.
Embrace the void.
He has a play too, unfortunately. This is annoying. I can't deal with this directly right now. I guess I just have to use Senjin plus Dalaran Mage. Like, Dalaran Mage is not that bad, I guess, right now. If I draw Mortal Coil, it would be really good. If I don't draw Mortal Coil, I have to rely on some Stormwind champions, I guess. Yep. Baby. Concede. I think if we play well, we could still get 7 wins. Like, I don't think this is a strong deck. This is one of the few times I don't think it's gonna be strong. Wow. Okay, is that good? I guess I can kill that. Oh jeez, I wish I had some extra oomph, you know? Alright, I'm just gonna play Flame Imp and play Stormwind Champion. That's the only way I can come back in this game. Is that I've actually, like, put stuff on the board. Taking so much damage already, though. Okay. Sneed's Old Shredder is going to be insane. One of the main problems, though, with Sneed's Old Shredder is that it doesn't trade up. You pay 8 mana for a 5 attack. Is it 5/7 or 5/8? I'm not really sure. But it's so much health that it's really hard to proc the Death Rattle on your turn. Like, on your terms. And doing 5 damage is not that good. So, although it's a really good card, it's sometimes, like, the body that starts with it, it's not that good. But yes, the effect is insane. I agree. The effect is quite insane. That's fine. Demon Fire kills this. Actually, do I want a Coot Master here? I think I want a Coot Master here. We have a lot of plays we can do. Because the thing is, like, if I Shadow Bolt and Demon Fire, I guess I can Demon Fire this, huh? And then trade for this way. No, I think Demon Firing this and trading this with this is better. So you might as well trade for this to get a Mortal Coil. Thank you. is awkward. I'll tap. Voodoo Doctor gives us a free tap. And I really don't health on this guy is not really that important. I'm just gonna kill it anyways. So yeah. Okay. See, I mean, the thing is, like, I think every single arena deck, if you draft it correctly, can get 7 wins. So, like, you just need to draft correctly. I think this is gonna get 7 wins. But 12 wins might be a stretch. You just have to play well. That's all. That's dead. That's also dead. Okay, I really want to establish the War Golem, but I don't think I can. So we're just gonna play normal, I guess. It's a shame. I guess I'll tap, whatever. Should have tapped before, but I really don't care. I guess I can kill this as well, but at the same time, I kind of want to push for a little bit of damage. I guess I could kill it. Fine, let's kill it. Don't want this to get abusive. Abusive, Dark Iron, Argus. There's a couple of cards. Inner Fire even. Whatever. Screw it. Let's play normal.
Mind if I roll need?
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine too. Alright, this is really good. This is really good. Storm and Night is also really good. So of course we'll sacrifice this with this first. Get another more coil. We are using Demon Fire on this. Mortal Coiling that, and then we can establish the War Golem. Now, if we do War Golem, he can win with Mind Control, so that's also could be annoying. So we might just play Yeti here.
So many possibilities.
So that's happening. Yeah, I think Yeti and for the King is fine. Well, for the King does do something every turn he plays it. Okay. It's going pretty well. Like the only way for us to lose is that our War Golem gets mind controlled, so that we have to like dedicate a lot of resources for it. So yeah. Oh wow, he does have a really random cards. Shadow Bolt again. So we'll kill. Well, actually, I guess we should kill this off. Oh, I guess we can kill a Shadow Bolt. It's fine. Oh, that's a card. Well, I guess we don't have to do that anymore. We can just Nagitar.
For the king.
Well, we're a priest. There you go. We are a priest. So yeah, you don't have to play Warlock as a zoo deck. You can play it as a control deck, right? It's fine. It's completely fine. Wow, yes. What is that? Mind control. See? He had it. There you go. So is this lethal? Lots of 4s. Okay, we have Crazy Alchemist. Of course it's lethal. Don't even need that. Oh wow, okay. It was lethal without. Never mind. I thought whatever. With Crazy Alchemist, there's too much damage. So, there you go. Okay, okay. That's a win. To you non-believers. You're 0-3 police. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Don't want to see the police. Get out. Amaz, what do you think of Sneed's old Shredder summoning KT, which then resurrects Sneed's old Shredder? I think that's a cute combo, but it's not gonna happen enough of times to justify it being good, you know. So I think it's fine. Like there's so many legendaries that's fine by itself already. So I don't think that is I think that is game breaking, but there are a lot of cards that are game breaking anyways. Like if Sneeds dies into like a rag, it's still crazy. Sneeds dies to Zera. Anything that has an effect. Sylvanas, Cairn. All good. That's not a bad card. I have a turn 3 play. Not the worst.
Mind if I roll need?
Wow. You rarely have this happen, you know? This is actually one of the rare cases where Dollar Mage is actually not that bad. Like, that's why 2 mana 1/4s are so strong. And that's why so many classes are getting 2 mana 1/4s. You can understand what I mean? Right? Like,
We have many.
so good. Look at this! This is insane! Insane. Oh, insane. Awesome. I like the development of that. Alright, pretty easy Yeti here. Oh, next turn Adventure Kill. Wow. This is really good. If he has a Fireball, I want him to use it now. And not later. Thank you. Oh, Frostbolt. Okay, Voodoo Doctor!
Someone call for the doctor.
Hell yeah.
For the king!
Another trait. You say Voodoo Doctor's bad card. Oh! Voodoo Doctor traded for a Frostbolt. Oh, we got value on that. Say we say value. How do we say value? How do we say value? Yeah, we should just go down. Too annoying. Right? Stop hacking? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I just need him to play Divine Shield. So hopefully he does. What the heck is that? How many Frostbolts? Oh. Kind of like a Frostbolt. Oh. Okay, not bad. That's also quite a good card, to be honest. Victory! Death. Don't think he has Flame Strike, otherwise it'd be... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Wow, that's actually really annoying. Oh! Interesting. So I clear my board and then I summon a 6/6. Is that really a good turn? Or can I do better? Attack, Hellfire, and Silver Moon. That's pretty good too.
So many possibilities.
Attack, Hellfire. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like it. That gives us the most tempo. So that's the way we're gonna do it. All right. If this somehow survives, we get a huge lead. Let me tell you.
I'll put it on your tab.
No, doesn't. Too bad. Oh, that's good. It's reasonable. Kind of low now.
Remember,
Kind of scared.
glory to the Sindora.
Kind of scared. Do never want to get low against the mage, but still, I can't play, like, just can't. Like, I had to play this first. Well, he's fireballing that. And not my face. So that's always good. I need a Mortal Coil, yo. Oh, is that a card? No, I still need to tap. Tapping a coil would be magnificent. No. So if he has a shadow, I think I still need to use this.
Remember, kill Thalos.
Yep. It's fine. Yeah. That's fine. You can't play both. Whatever. Could have been worse. Just need. What do we need?
I'll put it on your
You can't play both.
My shield for Argus.
That is actually fine too. Oh, that attack is so. It's good. It's good. It's good. Oh man. Okay, we have to tap. He just used the fireball. I can't put him on fireball. I need card draw. Alright, next turn at least I can establish build. So what do we die to? We die to Fireball plus X. We die to Power Blast. Well, we die to Power Blast anyways. So, I'm not saying we're in a bad position, but we're in an uncomfortable position. Uncomfortable. There's a difference. The heck is that?
Do what to do.
Okay, 2. Ping, fine. Put it on your tab. Oh, that is dirty! Oh, I forgot he had that. Please don't replay it. Please don't replay it. Please don't replay it. No, he's not greedy. Alright, that's a problem. That is a problem. What do I do with Matt Bomber? Matt Bomber is completely useless here. Oh, this is such a sad trade. But I have to. Oh, this is sad. Not that happy right now. Uh-oh. Oh, Flashfire's donated $1. It says, what happens when you draw Flame Leviathan if in your opener? Does it trigger? If you mulligan it away, does it still trigger because you drew originally? If you draw post mulligan? I think not. I really don't think so. I really don't think so. So what? We have to attack this and hope the Mad Bomber hits this once. It's kind of sketchy. Wait, that means I should trade first. So it doesn't hit this. It has less targets. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, do we tap? We're floating.
Your magic shall not.
Oh! Okay, I guess technically it didn't matter. Nobody saw that, okay? Nobody saw that. I was like, yeah, who was taught? Okay, guys, you know what? You know what? He has a Black Knight in his hand. Guys, he has a Black Knight. Are you joking me with this? Are you joking? Are you joking? Are you joking? We have to tap. Oh, please copy this. Oh my god.
For the crusade!
No! Oh no! Oh no! I needed him to copy it! Oh, disaster. Oh, disaster. Damn it! Are you?
Join or die.
I'm dying! Oh my god. I don't want this battle cry!
Join or die.
Love my new recipe.
No! This is terrible! Ah, we need a card. Ah! Okay, that's fine, I guess. But he knows I have a second one. I'm dying to the hero power! Oh! I don't even know what we're gonna draw, to be honest. That's a bit late.
Join or die.
GG. That was kind of sad. Oh man. I guess the taunt on the Senjin didn't matter, but that was just that. That was awkward. Alright, minor setback. I still want 7 wins. If we get 7 wins, then I'm happy already. Like, we're not asking for a lot. Okay? Sometimes you don't ask for a lot. You just play good and do what you have, you know?
Your soul shall be mine.
Oh wow, this is actually really good. This combo is really good. Okay. Okay. Should be fine. Should be okay. Okay. Get out of our face. I think I ended that turn too early. I should have coined the flame him because I can buff it next turn, right? The thing is, like, I always want to use map bomber first. Just don't want map bomber omens. Oh my god. Okay, I just need this to hit 2 times. That's how you do it. That's how you do it! Oh, that was beautiful. That was quite beautiful. Alright, we're probably gonna use the Silver Moon Guardian here. Actually, Panther might be good. But Panther doesn't give us more, what's that called? Doesn't give us more minions. So I guess I would do this. This is fine. I missed it. Why no flame in turn 1? Yeah, we should have. I ended the turn a bit too early. I think I should have done that because I didn't see a demon fire. If I didn't have demon fire, then I wouldn't because I still had map bomber. Like, you really want to play map bomber first before any other creatures. So you obviously don't ping your own creatures. But if I had demon fire, I had to like evaluate. So yeah. Oh really? He's stuck. Innovate Yeti, and that's all you have? It's like, oh, I only know how to innovate Yeti! Okay, that's fine.
For the king! For honor! Remember,
It's reasonable. Reasonable. Hopefully I can face this Stormer next turn. I mean, later on, turn 8. BA. Quite the thing. Next turn is probably Juggle Panther plus Demon Fire. And then the turn after might be Faces and Imp if we don't drop better. But we have 1,000,000 5 drops. I really don't think we're not gonna drop 5. Like, we just have 1,000,000 5 drops. Yeah. AMAZ changed title? Okay. AMAZ, what do you think about Iron Juggernaut? I think it's actually quite insane. Like, I think it's just an auto include in most Control Warrior decks. That's why Control Warrior is really good. Yep. Bulletgasm donate 420 says, I missed your top 5 for GvG. Do you mind going through them again really quickly? Thanks to the best Hearthstone streamer. Okay, we'll do it. Unstable Portal with Combobulator, Trogzor, Dr. Broom, and